look out for better ways of delivering. So XR came along, and firstly is that it offers the promise to increase our training effectiveness because of the additional experiential, do by and learn by doing kind of approach. Then I think secondly is really there's a lot of industry scientific studies, also enterprise use case that they actually consistently praise the superior outcome of training using the example. Outcomes such as focused learning, emotional connection, and then those people who actually go through XR training, they found to be accelerated learning, longer retention, and then also, most importantly, they are more confident in applying the new knowledge. So these are the things that we wanted for our customers. So that's the first major reason. Second reason, sorry. Then the third thing is that I think Michelle just covered a bit, is that over the years, XR technology has matured. So nowadays, there are only like 2 or 3 major players. So like for example, Meta, OS, and then Apple came in the picture, and recently Google came back in XR. Yeah, and from the development platform perspective, there's only 2, Unity and Unreal Engine. So the cost of the headset, as Michelle said, it also came down to affordable level for us to consider. Right? So I think the last major reason is really because of AI. With AI, actually, there's a lot of productivity that can be gained from things like content creation and also the generation of more dynamic scenario for training. So all these things typically take a lot of time, but with AI assistance, you can really cut it down by a lot. So these are the few major reasons.
So definitely, I think like XR, what Southern Trust looks at is actually how can you use XR to enhance the effectiveness of your training, and then coupled with AI, it can actually improve the efficiency as well. So I mean, I'm very glad that these 2 technologies is actually working for you. So, but
yeah, I think for us, quite similar, yes. The ROI, yes, but luckily we have strong support from management. So they strongly want to go there, so that's not a big problem for us. I think the challenges we face is firstly, we started with 0 in-house knowledge. So we don't have any XR expertise. So the decision really to partner with industry experts, right? And along the way, we have tend to also progressively build our in-house team capability. So that's the first one. The second one is really XR development actually takes a long time. The extended development timeline, because there's a lot of research and you have to do a lot of work to design the interactions, the narrative, the branching, all that. That's one thing. The second thing is really the testing, the user testing, because you'll be amazed at how there are a lot of different reactions from different users on how to interact with the XR control. And we thought that this is so straightforward, but actually it turns out that some people actually misunderstood and do it in our way, and the journey actually stops halfway or got disrupted. So testing is really another big deal in terms of XR, right? Then the third thing we encounter, of course, is the high development cost, because there's so many development, the testing, the design, etc. So the upfront development cost is really high, and for SME like us, it's big thing. So it's typically a financial risk, and it's something that really have to track carefully. Yeah. Then lastly is really the user side, the end user. So we face varying end users' response or discomfort in some cases. So generally, most users don't have any issue with
end users you spoke about, is it more of the customers or your internal?
Right now, we are doing internal plus small scale kind of external. Those users that we know, right? But I think even with such a small scale, we already discover interesting effect. So the important thing is that some users just cannot handle the headset for a standard period, and they will either feel discomfort or maybe they feel nausea. So because of that, we have to make sure we design it in a way that try to minimize this kind of issues, right? So in terms of what are any strategies to overcome this obstacle, right? I think right now there are two for us. Firstly is that in terms of high cost and the high cost, right? So how we're going to address it is really like bring in a branded learning approach. As in, we will actually have still the traditional training method, which will deliver the foundational theories and the concepts, right? And then we will inject short XR segment after the training.
Hybrid approach.
Yes, because of course we have to choose carefully only those segments that's high value and critical skill set. So this way, I think we will have a balance in terms of the cost and also in terms of minimizing discomfort to the users. Then the second approach is really to actually develop a usable XR application framework and components. So as you know, it takes such a long time to develop one XR. So it will be quite impossible to keep on redeveloping all these ones. So actually what we could do is really work with our trainer and SME. Because in each training domain, there are quite a few common instructional patterns. And using that, we can define a set of framework in XR. So it could be a component, it could be some settings and such. So next time when we create a new XR module, we don't have to redo from the start. We just repurpose some of the modules and configurations. There will still be incremental changes, but at least the cost-wise, it won't be that bad from the start. Yeah. So these are the strategies.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so I think the audience here will be very interested to also find out after using this technology or after deploying it.
Stage, but what we can see is that from the organization point of view, firstly is the employee satisfaction. I think because we went into XR training, it sets us as a training innovator in the industry, and our staff actually, in terms of their career progression and their value, has actually gone up, and actually they are more interested in the work as well. That's a very intangible benefit that I see. And from the trainer perspective, because XR are able to empower the trainer to actually see the individual trainees' weaknesses, because through carefully designed XR experience, we are able to see what kind of performance data, and from there you can kind of know what needs to, what kind of help he can give to the trainee.
It's real time somewhere.
Yeah, so he transitioned more from a generic instructional mode to a kind of targeted coach. So I think that's an satisfaction I guess the trainer encountered. Right, and I think the second one is importantly to our company, we see new growth opportunities with this endeavor, right? Because especially with Gen AI coming in the picture together with XR. So previously with purely just XR experience, the experience had to be restricted to a set of scenarios, and for example, a customer can only based off a fixed script that kind of experience. And so all the challenges, the responses and system feedback, they all have to be pre-programmed. So there's only that much you can make it more dynamic. But actually with Gen AI coming into the picture, we actually looking into having the AI simulate the real difficult customer. Dynamically, when the trainee has to face with such a customer, literally he has to think on the fly, and all the critical thinking and all those things starts to apply. So it kind of forces him to do so. Right? So in this way, that's why I think the confidence, the earlier they have confidence dealing with new knowledge comes about that. Yeah. So that's where I think new growth opportunity will come as well.
It's very good.
If you advice, they partner you with the right people. You know. So just go ahead. You know, try out some small idea, and you know, who knows? Yeah.
Thank you very much.